All right, I'm on hole number 5 of the 2020 Community Cup. I'm in Tuesday's qualifying round in the rookie division. Let's go look at hole number 5. I have 0 practice with this low-level account. So all of my notes are for my upper developed account, my 77 account, using odd as my practice account because they got the same clubs, or real similar. So I have no idea. So I'm just going out here and I'm just playing. So let's see, Greenwich Point hole number 4. Is this the par 4? Big par 4? It is the big par 4. So with my upper developed account, I'm definitely taking the black line. And I'm using a Kingmaker on this with max overpower, trying to get up here into my minimum hornet range. One of my teammates, Kyle, he blasted this out there yesterday with a power 5 ball and was just with an extra mile 8. And there wasn't a lot of room between him and that rough up in the front, but he was in mid wedge up here. So you can blast it out there to get it up. If you've got an extra mile 9, about 7 topspin with a, I mean, you could probably put all of the topspin on there and get forward. I'm actually in the area that I'm at, it's about 420 yards, and that puts me at min short iron. So if I shoot any farther than that, then I'm going to be in my wedge, and I would actually rather take it with the minimum short iron. I like my Hornet coming in. It only takes a couple backspin from this angle, and I found that the 10% wind adjustment works up here. Yesterday, I was in my 77 account, and I tanked the drive, and I ended up right down here in the fairway, and I was in max short iron, and I did the 10% wind adjustment, and I was actually off the cup about 10%. So topography wise, here's area 1, here's area 2, here's area 3. 1, 2, 3. 3's higher than 2, and so I mean, I do not believe that this 10% is going to work on all 3 of these areas because we're at different elevations. And I just can't believe that it would work there. So you're going to have to, depending on where you're at, shoot it. I'm going to take with my lower level account. I'm going to go out here, and I would prefer to be up in this corner so that I have a straighter in shot. But to get up in that corner is problematic because the more you go to the left, the more this rough comes into play. And you can't put a lot of curl on it, or you'll end up clipping that rough and you'll end up being short back here or caught up in that rough. And you do not want to get caught up in that rough. You can get caught up in the rough in the front and you can probably recover, but you can't get caught up in the back. So it's more important to end up right here in the middle of the fairway and have a shot coming in than it is to try and pick up a little bit because maybe this angle's better. So I'm seeing a lot of people clip the rough and get caught up in the rough out here, and I am not. I would like to be up there, but that's the goal, is to end up in the fairway. So to get this miracle thing done, are you gonna do it? Okay, then I'm going to take an extra mile. I want to take I can get it done with a Viper. If I'm in my wood, I've got bigger problems than the fact that I'm in my wood. It should be a Saturn shot. I'm going to take a Titan, the king of balls. Pound for pound, in any given day, I would imagine that in the game, as far as balls bigger than a Marlin, the Titan is probably more people blow through Titans than any other ball out there. When the game first came out and there wasn't a lot of the special balls, I mean, Titans were the thing. I remember posting in the forum, in the original Golf Clash forum, when they had a real forum, somebody's like, what do you guys spend your gems on? What's the number one thing you spend your gems on? And my response was, wow, I didn't realize you could spend gems on anything other than Titans. I've never really been a big buyer of club cards. That being said, I have bought some club cards. The goal here is not to overshoot that. It's hard to tell. I'm going to go 3.5 because I really don't want to think around with ending up in the rough up front. 3.7. It's 2.4 per ring, so that's about a ring and a half. I'm going to just lean up against the nubs. Hitting it perfect. See how much forward roll I get. So if you put all the topspin on there, even with an extra mile 6, you're going to end up in that rough. So you don't have to put all of the topspin on. But that should give me a nice shot with my Saturn. See what my opponent can do here. I have bought some club cards. Like, I will tell you, like, when you start getting some of your rares up towards, you know, like, especially when you're trying to get them up towards 8, every time one of those rares comes in the store, buying 10 cards for it, that how much faster, because you'll see that club card get in there once every week or once every 2 weeks, and buying, you know, 10, 20 cards a month for it, that will speed its progress up. Epics, the only time I think I've ever bought epic cards was on my Thor's Hammer. I was 12 cards short of getting it to level 5, and I bought 12 cards for it. That was when I was going to Tour 10, and the Thor's Hammer was an awesome club for Tour 10 at the time. Okay, it's 3-7. I'm going to try the 10%, so that's 3-7. That's about 4. It's 2 per ring, so there's 2 rings. Just try and hit it perfect. Hitting it 1 ring great to the left, which will put me 1 ring great to the left. And just a little short. I would have went in the hole if it had just a little teeny bit more speed. Close. That's hole number 1. I was closer than that, and it didn't go in the hole. So that's 2 holes right there that I could potentially have picked up the shot that I'm looking for. I'm really trying to shoot the -14, and in this account, just picking up 1 shot per side to get me at -30 would be that'd be the goal. And I was literally closer than that on hole number 1 and didn't get it to drop. And that hole right there. So even with the low level stuff, you still have an opportunity to pick those shots up. The key is hole number 2 and hole number 8. You have to pick those up. That kind of sets you up for your round. It gets you the -14 and then just 1 more shot. It can be done. This is a game that can be won. Hitting it perfect. In the hole. Not far away from an eagle. See if Fuzzy can get it off. Played in some tournaments. Let's invite them to the clan. I think our main clan's got about 40 in it, and our Kings of Golf 2 had 50, but some of us moved out and we started up a third Kings of Golf. We've got 40 in the second clan, and I'm not sure how many we're getting up in people in the Kings of Golf 3. So trying to, since we've got the new one and we've moved some around just so that we can get the Kings of Golf 3 going so we can get a second bag faster. Need to start recruiting. If you're in a clan, you're having fun, everybody's cool and you like it, stay there. But if you're in a clan and you're not having fun, you're welcome to join the Kings of Golf. So you can look up the Kings of Golf 2 and the Kings of Golf 3. They're open clans you can join. All right, that was hole number 5 of the 2020 Community Cup. Tuesday's qualifying round in the rookie division. Thanks for watching.